Hi friends! The official start of summer is almost here and I am so excited for summer reading this year. There's something about how when life gets really busy, I just crave books and reading even more because it's my favorite way to unwind and take a break from everything. And especially during the summer, I love reading outside a lot. I always have a book on me wherever I go. So I don't usually like to set a specific number goal of books that I have to read each season, and I just kind of let myself read as much as I can, but I do have a few books in mind that I am so excited to read this summer. So I thought for today's video, we could go to the bookstore together and stock up on some books, and then I'll share everything on my summer reading list this year and also share some of my favorites that I think would be great for summer reading as well. I'm also making a couple new recipes for summer that I recently worked on, and I'm so excited to share those with you today. So I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm just gonna grab my tote bag and we'll head to the bookstore.
Radio up and the blinds pulled down. You love it when nobody's around. I wanna call out find town, but you bite my lip, don't make a sound. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you. So give me a minute to catch my breath. Take what's yours, I'll take what's left. I'm used to coming up second best. Always fail to pass the test. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
Isn't this the prettiest color? I love it so much, and I love the taste of lavender and lemon together. Lavender has this herbal flavor that I think pairs really well with lemon, and it's just a super refreshing drink, so good for summer. So I'm gonna take this over to the couch and we'll talk about books. I wanted to share what I'm planning to read this summer, along with some summer reading recommendations from books that I've read in the past that I think are wonderful summer reads. So it's going to be a mix of both of those things. So the first book I got from the bookstore today is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and I believe this came out pretty recently. I've seen so many good things about it, but what sold me on it is this author quote on the back that describes it as a gothic romantic fairy tale that but feels like falling into a strange, dark dream, one you won't want to wake up from. So it sounded so good. I love really dark, atmospheric reads, and I love gothic fantasy as well, so I think I'm really going to like this one. I'm so excited to start reading it. Next, I picked up a couple of books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and she is one of my favorite authors. She's an amazing writer, and she writes stories that are usually very character driven and focused on powerful, inspiring women from different eras. So the first book I read from her was a couple of years ago. I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo during the summer, and this is an amazing book. I think I read this in like 1 or 2 days, and it's about an old Hollywood icon who has two different lives kind of on screen and off screen, and it's just a beautiful story. So I really recommend this. I also love Daisy Jones and the Six. So this book is about the lead singer of a really famous band during the 70s, and I think Taylor Jenkins Reid was inspired by Fleetwood Mac when she wrote this, and they're one of my favorite bands. So I loved the like 70s vibes of this book, and the story is beautiful. So this one is great. And from the bookstore today, I picked up a copy of Atmosphere, which is her newest novel. This one I think came out like a week or two ago, and it's about a young woman who aspires to be one of the first female astronauts in the 80s. So this one I think is going to be great. And I also picked up a copy of Carrie Soto is Back, which is about a tennis legend who comes out of retirement in her late 30s to take back her record. So I have a lot of Taylor Jenkins Reid on my list, but her books are so good for summer reading. They're just super fun and hard to put down once you start one. And this next book on my list was a little bit of a wild card because I had never heard of it before. It's called Hunger Stone by Kat Dunn, and this was one of the staff picks from the bookstore today, and I also was so drawn in by this beautiful cover art. And on the back it says it's a compulsive feminist reworking of Carmilla, the queer novella that inspired Dracula, and it's supposed to be really gothic and dark and atmospheric, which I love. So I am really excited and interested to read this one. In terms of other recommendations, I am currently reading When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and this is a high fantasy novel. The writing is so beautiful and really rich and descriptive. I started this one a couple weeks ago, and I'm only a few chapters in because I've been so busy I haven't had much time to read, but I would love to finish this book this summer. I read The Spell Shop earlier this year, and it's such a cute story. This was just a fun, feel-good read. There's nothing really stressful in this book, so if you're feeling anxious and you need a little escape, this is a wonderful book. I also love The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I read this in the fall a couple years ago, but I think it would be a wonderful summer read as well. And the author has a new book coming out this summer. I just looked it up and it's going to be out on July 15th. It's called A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. So I'm really excited to read that one. And this last one is a bonus book. It's not really part of summer reading. I just saw it at the bookstore and I had to get it. It's called Stitching Through the Seasons, Evocative Patterns and Projects to Capture the Magic of Each Month. And it's filled with gorgeous embroidery patterns, and there are tutorials for beginners in the back. So I don't know how to embroider, but I would love to learn someday, and I think this would be a really fun way to start. So those are my summer reading recommendations and my reading list for this year. And I would love to hear what you're planning on reading this summer, or if you have any recommendations you'd like to share with everyone in the comments. My plan for the rest of today is to read as much as I can, so I'm gonna get started with The Night and the Moth because I'm really excited to read this one, and we will just relax and read and see how far I can get. Okay, so it's getting late and I wanted to take a break from reading to make dinner. So tonight we're making lemon basil pasta salad with heirloom tomatoes and mozzarella. It's kind of like a spin on a caprese salad, but it has this really good lemon basil dressing that I've shared the recipe for before, but it's so good. I'm always looking for new recipes to make with it, and I just came up with this one last week and it's an instant favorite. I'm probably going to make this all summer long. So I will link this below in case you're interested, but I'm gonna go grab Alex and we'll start cooking dinner. Okay, so I am halfway through The Night and the Moth and I am hooked. It is wonderful. I love the writing and I love the eerie, dark fantasy vibe of the book. I also love the dynamic between the two main characters, and the magic in the world is also super interesting. I have some theories on where I think the plot might go, but I am just really excited to find out what happens. So I will keep you updated on what I think once I finish it, but I am loving it so far. I also just wanted to check in with all of you after my last video. I really appreciate all your support and I just got the most wonderful comments. I have great news. I finally got an update from the vendor that I was talking about with the really big payment delay, and they gave us a partial payment last week and they also gave us a scheduled payment date for the rest of the money. So that was a really big weight off of our shoulders, and thank you for sending so much encouragement and positivity my way. Alex and I are getting married very soon. In fact, the next time I see you, I will be married, which is so unbelievable to think about. But I can't wait to get back and share everything I've been up to with my wedding and show you some of the pictures. I've been working on a lot of DIYs behind the scenes as well, so I'm hoping to create future videos where I can share tutorials on how to make those things in case any of you would like to make them for your wedding or a friend's wedding. So stay tuned. There's a lot of good stuff coming and I hope you all have an amazing week. I will see you very soon. Goodbye, friends.